Hello everyone, and welcome to the first half of World History. I wanted to take a minute to show you around our Canvas page because there are a lot of resources on here that can help you to get the grade that you want, and I want you to be aware of how to navigate it, where those resources are, and just the basic week-to-week interaction with the site. So, when you go to your dashboard, you should see all your classes here. These are all my classes. Yours will obviously look different, and you're going to go into our class. This may or may not be the section that you're in, but all of my sections of World History 1 look the same, so it shouldn't really matter. So when you get to our homepage, this is what it should look like. The layout may be slightly different depending on your screen size. Obviously a phone will look different from a computer screen, but this is basically the layout that you're gonna see. So all of these are buttons. If you go to and click on any of these, they will take you to different parts of the site. Now, the very first thing you need to do is go to modules. It'll take you to the beginning of the class. It says start here. Now, I will go to that, but I want to show you around the rest of the site first before we actually get into the nitty-gritty of the class. So let's look at what else is available, and then we will go into modules. So the first thing I want to show you is our syllabus. So if you click here, it'll take you to our syllabus page. You see the syllabus loads right away. Now from here, you can download the syllabus, you can print it, or you can just leave it here and come back and refer to it whenever you would like. It's got our schedule. Down here, you have a course summary with all the different assignments. Now you can go into the assignments from here, but I really suggest you don't do that. I suggest you go through the modules because it's very easy to miss things if you don't do the week-to-week modules. So they're here so you can see them, but please go through the modules and not through there. All right, so let's go back to home. The next thing I want to show you is our videos page. This page is not complete yet, so I'm not going to go into it. If you went there right now, there wouldn't be anything available, but hopefully by the end of the week, you should be able to go in here and see any videos associated with the class. There will be a tab for course videos, a tab for Crash Course World History, which is a really good resource if you're interested in just a quick summary of the chapters or the parts of information that you're learning. Those will all be there too. The last part of these videos are going to be just sort of fun videos that you can watch, and none of the videos in this section are actually required. You can go there just to watch some of these videos if you feel like you need some extra information, like I say with the Crash Course US History videos, if you'd like to find specific videos for the course, or if you would like to just watch some fun videos that have to do with history. The only videos that are required are the ones that are going to be in your modules. So if you see a video in the modules, you do need to watch that. These videos are more just for you and just for fun. So the next place I'm going to take you is to our groups page. So we have a group assignment this semester. We are going to do a debate between Athens and Sparta. So if you go up here, you should see which city you are supposed to be arguing for. And so the idea is to pretend that you're coming from either Sparta or Athens and argue about why your city is better than the other city. So we're going to have that debate, and this is where you would go to find your groups. So let's go back to home. This is the grades button. If you press this, it will go to grades. Of course, there's nothing there right now because we haven't graded anything, but this is where you would find your grades. I also have a study group, and this is a discussion just amongst students. So this is just for you. I will not be moderating this debate. This is just for your convenience, and it's really to allow you to share things with each other, ask each other questions. The only rule is I don't want you to directly share work through here. Any type of work that you share or that you copy from someone else will show up as plagiarism. You are allowed to collaborate with each other, but you are not allowed to actually use the same assignments as each other. So that's the only thing. But other than that, this is a place for you to talk with each other if you need to. So we have a final paper in this class, and this is where you go to get information about that final paper. You can write about anything you want as long as it's world history before 1500, And you'll need 5 sources. 3 of them will have to be from the NMSU DACC library. And so I have step-by-step instructions here as to how to go to the library website and find books. You can use physical books, ebooks, or you can use journal articles through JSTOR. If you have any questions, here's the library phone number that you can call. And underneath that, I have some resources for your paper. So I have the How to Write a Paper PowerPoint, which goes through all the do's and don'ts of writing a paper and through the parts of the paper and paper organization. Underneath that, I have citation guides for APA style here, MLA style, and Chicago style. So you can see those different methods of citing and avoid plagiarism that way. So let's go back to home. If you need any other resources, this is our resource page. So I have a lot of different resources available. First of all, there's the library, again, the website and the phone numbers. I have the campus bookstore. You will need a textbook for this class and you'll need it right away. So call the bookstore or go to the bookstore website to try and get a hold of the textbook. You can also look for the textbooks online if you prefer. But this is the quickest way to get it and to make sure that you have the right book. So I have that information linked here. If you need student accessibility services, that's here. If you need a computer lab, I have phone numbers for all the different computer labs. If you need Canvas support, here is the information for that. And if you're interested in the Excite iPad initiative, this is where you can qualify for a free iPad to do your coursework on. This is some information on that and where you would go to fill out an application to get a free iPad. I also have information for how to download Microsoft Office if you don't already have it. You do get Office free through DACC, and I do suggest you use the Office programs to upload your homework. Office works really well with Canvas, whereas Pages and other forms of document creation software do not work quite as well. So I really highly suggest you use Microsoft Office. If you need a tutor, here is the information for that. So all of that information is in our student resources page. The last place I want to show you before we get into our modules is my virtual office. So if you need to contact me, this is where you would go. I have a little bio here telling you a little something about me, and then under that I have my contact information. So this is my personal cell phone number. If you need something right away, texting me is the fastest way to get hold of me. I should get back to you within a couple hours that way. You can also email me. You can email me through my school email or through the Canvas email. I really prefer you use the Canvas email. The thing about my school email is that a lot of things go there, and so it can get buried, especially if I don't recognize your name. So I really suggest you use the Canvas email because that will tell me your name, what course you're in, everything that I need to know to help you out. If you contact me in one of these other ways, you will have to let me know who you are and what class you're in, because otherwise I won't be able to help too much. If you need to turn something in right away, let's say you have something due at midnight and it's 9 o'clock, I'm probably not going to get to an email about that. So the best way to get a hold of me is text me at that point. So if you have an emergency, send me a text. All right, so let's go back to home and let's go ahead and start going through our modules. So like I say, this is the most important button. This is where you start the class. So you click on this module for Start Here. And it even says right here at the top, Start Here. So you click on this first one and it'll take you to the introduction for the class. It'll tell you everything we're doing in this module, and you can hit Next and move on to the next one. We have our introductions, which some of you have already answered, so thank you so much. Click Next, our syllabus assignment, Next, and the What is History and Why Should We Care discussion. And so you see you can just move right through the module this way. So from here, if you click Next, it'll take you straight into the next module. Now these modules are actually designed to be done on a weekly basis. Of course, the Welcome to Class and the first module are due the first week, but usually it's just one module a week, so you have some time to work through it. You do really need to go in order from beginning to end. If you try to open one of the assignments without reading the rest of the module, it won't let you open it. So be sure that you start at the beginning, read through all of the information. That way you'll have all the material necessary to be able to do the assignment. And basically the assignments are just there to tell me that you read the material. So the material is really the most important thing in this class. And basically that's it, just one module a week. You can absolutely work ahead. If you feel like you're going to have a time crunch or something, you can do an extra module. But I do recommend not falling behind because it's really hard to catch up if you fall behind. And of course, you do get late grades if you don't turn things in on the due date. Now think of the due date as the last possible day to turn something in without getting a late grade. You can turn things in early. In fact, I encourage you to try and turn things in towards the beginning of the week rather than the end of the week. That way you can make sure that you're never in a rush to get it turned in before midnight. You can also take these modules and you can fold them up or open them up. So that way, if you're done with this one, you can close it and you can just start on the next one. Or you can have all of them closed and only the one you're working on open. So however you want to organize it to make sure that you stay on the right module, you can do that. So if you have any questions on any of this, please let me know. And if you have any suggestions on how I can make this a little easier to use, I want to hear that too. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this class with you this semester.